Hey guys, how you doing? You know, it's me, your boy Lee, aka Young Bitches. I'm here to talk to you about some anime content. About a month ago, Kissanime got shut down, and for those of you who don't know, Kissanime used to be like the go-to place if you wanted to like stream pirated anime content. And like, it wasn't as big now as it was before. I feel like maybe 2016, 2017, like everyone was using Kissanime pretty much. And you know, there's been some other sites coming up then, so it's shutting it down now. It's less impactful as it would have been then, but either way, it still had like a huge place in the industry. And if you've been watching the news on Kissanime, you know that everyone's like, oh my god, RIP Kissanime, even people who aren't really using it like that anymore. To me, it didn't really matter because since like 2015 or like 2016, I've had like a Crunchyroll account. I've been using that to watch like maybe 80% of my anime, like 10% through like Netflix and like Prime, and another 10% on the high seas. But typically, I've always been someone who's encouraged people to like, hey, pay for anime, use Crunchyroll, and I'm not trying to make like a moral argument. I'm just trying to say, hey, we give people more money, it helps our industry overall. But most people don't care. When I say most people don't care, I mean specifically don't care about streaming anime legally. Obviously, they can still care about anime. I have like maybe 50 plus friends who like watch anime, and like, I think at most 3 of them have ever used like Crunchyroll or like paid for like anime like this. I mean, so obviously people, some of them buy Blu-rays here and there, but I mean like in general, this Crunchyroll's a service almost none of them have used. And I've kind of just accepted this the way it is. Like, I'll ever Crunchyroll and say to my friends, hey man, maybe do that shit. They'll be like, nah, I'm good. And that's just always how it's been. But like, there's this anime shitposting group I'm in on Facebook, and I was surprised, like, when Kissanime shut down, there's a bunch of people arguing back and forth of like, yo, you should pay for anime. Fuck you, bitch. I'm sorry, the argument wasn't like that dumb, but this is just what I remember. I really thought it would mostly be like, well, Crunchyroll sucks anyway, and that's it. But there's a lot of defenders for Crunchyroll. And I guess like, it's because now Crunchyroll isn't the same company as it was before. And I think I might as well use the time to like, I want to sell you a bit on Crunchyroll, or at least say in defense of issues you may have had with Crunchyroll, which like may have been misconstrued based on what other people have said, or issues that Crunchyroll has once had that they just don't have anymore. So I want to clear a lot of that up. There's about 3 main issues that people have with Crunchyroll, and the first one to tackle is that getting a Crunchyroll subscription doesn't help the anime industry because Crunchyroll doesn't help anime. And I think that's the worst argument, which is why I want to start on this, just because Crunchyroll has given, I think it was 2018, there's a Hollywood Reporter report that said Crunchyroll has given $100 million to the anime industry. That's across their 10 years of working, but that's still $100 million. If you look at the average price of an anime, it's reported to be about $2 million US, and for Shirobako, the creator said his anime was like 24 episodes or so. It was about $4 million US to make. So Crunchyroll giving $100 million to Japan could in theory fund 50 13 episode animes, or 650 episodes of anime. Crunchyroll has something to gain from doing business with Japan, but still, they've helped Japan, and like Japan's helped them, and like us giving us some money helps Crunchyroll profit. So like, everyone kind of wins. Except the animators. The animators always lose. But not even just with $100 million, you gotta remember like, Crunchyroll is the anime industry now. By that I mean like, they produce anime now, like Tower of God and God of High School. Like, they're not the studios that make it, but they produce those animes. If it wasn't for Crunchyroll, those webtoons or manga, they wouldn't become anime. I know everyone was mad about like High Guardian Spice because reasons I just can't bother to get into, but things like with their money, they've literally brought us more anime. Like, regardless of how you feel about those 2 series, that's still anime, and it still means that if they do well, then Crunchyroll may actually make more anime. So I'm saying like, not only do they support the anime industry, but like, they kind of are the anime industry at this point. Not all of it, but a part of it. This specific point I'm passionate about because I've had a friend say that, you know, paying a subscription to Crunchyroll doesn't help anything. But I say like, my subscription doesn't mean anything, but the collective subscriptions of like all of us, that does matter to something. Also, in addition to that, when Crunchyroll pays for an anime to come onto the site, per episode, they can pay up to, according to this, $30,000 to $200,000 US. That's just per episode. The other way the Crunchyroll fee works is that, like, your subscription to Crunchyroll, part of it goes to Crunchyroll, the other part of it goes to, like, the producers of that anime split across your watch time. And that's one way, but, like, up front, they still pay $30,000 to $200,000 per episode. And where do they get this money to pay for these anime? Us. And that's the producers in Japan, so like, I don't know, that sounds like they're helping the anime industry to me. The second argument I hear is that like, Crunchyroll is a bad service, and I don't think so. I mean, it was weird how Crunchyroll used to run on the Flash player up until I think it was like last year, maybe the year before that. And yeah, because Flash player, it was like, no one's using it, so let's switch to HTML5, and like, it's good. The only issue I have with it is, whenever I go to Crunchyroll and I start watching my first episode of anime, the subtitles are in Spanish. I don't know why that is. I can just switch them and turn them up, and like it's fine. Like yeah, Crunchyroll, I think it works well. It doesn't have all the anime in the world, but like I think it has a good amount of anime. They always have a large amount of like the new shows that come out, so I feel like it's good as a service. Of the 16 TV anime airing this summer, you can watch 10 of them on Crunchyroll. They also recently announced like, you know, if you pay I think instead of $8 a month, $10 a month, you can now download episodes onto your phone, so you can now watch anime on the go. And I feel like that's something pirate sites never had like a good grasp of, like the whole mobile aspect of it. Or even so, like even if they did though, could you download them off the pirate sites without getting through torrenting and all this other stuff? So like I haven't used the service yet, but yeah, you could like now download Crunchyroll episodes so you can watch them on your phone on the bus, or like, you know, just out of the range of like Wi-Fi. You don't have to use all your data to do it. This next point is like point 2.5 because it ties into Crunchyroll being a bad service, which like pirating sites just have more anime, and like that's true and that's always true, and that this is a very valid like criticism that people can have, because like, even though the same is true with like Netflix, like pretty much any show on Netflix you can find like online pirated somewhere. Like so it's maybe a bit harder to get because like, everyone knows the anime pirate sites, and like with the TV show or movie ones, there's a few of them which I'm not gonna say, but like there's a few around. But like Netflix just kind of it's so good that it like incentivizes you to, you know, want to pay for it. And I feel like Crunchyroll does some stuff where I do think it can do that, because you know you can play it on like your console, you connect to the Chromecast, like laptop. Like I said, you can download it on your phone. I feel like that stuff, which I feel like if you don't mind just paying like the $10 a month, especially if you watch a lot of anime, I think like you'll find that not Netflix, god damn it, I think you'll find that Crunchyroll is worth your money. It's not gonna be that way for anyone, because maybe not everyone cares about watching it on the bus, but like at least for me and like a lot of people, I do see why we think Crunchyroll is a good service. And the third criticism is 2 points. It's that Crunchyroll doesn't help animators in the anime industry, and they pay their translators only $80 to translate an episode. All of this is true. I want to sell people on Crunchyroll, but like I can't deny what I believe to be fact. Also, in general, Crunchyroll doesn't have any say with what happens with the animators except their own. They mostly license anime. Even when they co-produce it, the studio's in charge of the animator's salary. I saw the Canon Plus a Peck video on like how it's only $80 to translate an episode of anime, and like it comes down to that like people just want to do this. Like I feel like, you know, if Crunchyroll's translators like went on strike, Crunchyroll probably has enough money to like say, we'll pay you $500 episode or $250, like whatever the industry standard for this kind of thing is. But it seems like the people doing it seem to just really like the anime. The short version is like, yeah, they do it and it's not good. I wish the people who like translate this would try and like make a deal so that they wouldn't have to do this, but then like someone just take their spots. I feel like, you know, maybe if we can just up their payment of the translators, that's cool, but it's not like they're being lazy or anything. It's just business, and the translators are getting the raw end of the deal. But like, I don't know, man. Not every episode on Crunchyroll gets translated for $80, by the way. It's specifically just Japanese to English translations, and not even all of the Japanese to English subs. I don't know if any of you have paid attention to like Apple and Epic Games, and how Epic is suing Apple for being, I don't know, all this stuff. Apparently, Apple takes 30% of all the money made on the App Store. I feel like 30% is an outrageous cut. And like some people may say it's unfair, but at the same time, that's just business. They have the leverage to do it. I know that sounds like I'm defending Apple. I'm not. I just bring that up to show that the point of a business is to make as much money as possible. There are people willing to translate for Crunchyroll for more than $80 an episode, but there are people out here who willingly translate for $80 an episode. If there's people out there who are willing to be paid less as a business, it just makes sense that you just choose them. So yeah, I guess Crunchyroll is greedy, just not more than the average company. There's other small stuff here and there to acknowledge, like, you know, like a lot of Crunchyroll stuff is like region locked. Like in the US, I think it's everything. In Canada, it's most things. But you know, if Crunchyroll is in your country and it's region locked most or 40 or 60% of the content, I understand. Don't pay for it. I'm not gonna use any moral argument to say like it's wrong that you do this. Like, no, because I'm not trying to make a moral argument here. I'm just trying to say Crunchyroll, I think, is a service worth paying for. And I feel like maybe give it a chance. They always have those 30-day free trials. I feel like, you know, it could be good. If there's any issues with Crunchyroll that you have that I didn't mention, was wrong about, or oversimplified, tell me in the comment section. I check it regularly. Just to clarify, I don't want all pirating to end, really, because like pirating is like what kind of keeps these companies in check. Like remember I said Apple takes 30% of all the money of the apps in the fucking App Store. It's like, if we're not careful, then like the big corporations are gonna get away with screwing us over. Because at the end of the day, they are a business. Their goal is to make money. I know there's other ways to support anime, like, you know, like the merch and the Blu-rays and manga, but like Blu-rays are expensive, like so much. And if you wonder, what about all those series that you can't get on Crunchyroll or Funimation? This applies to like Funimation as well, I guess. If you can't get them there, then you do what you got to do to watch them. Like, I don't know, because I feel like there's this huge like hate boner for Crunchyroll, and I feel like there's some stuff in it that's valid, but I feel like a lot of it isn't. I feel like, can't we just all support anime, man? Or, you know, don't. It's fine. And yeah, I did make this video because I wanted to look down on people or talk people that pirate. I just thought, I think Crunchyroll is a decent to good service, and I feel like it's at least worth a 30-day free trial in 2020 to take a look. I feel like you may like Crunchyroll. I think it's at least worth giving a chance. Yeah, to be honest, I've been a fan of anime since elementary school, and I watched fucking Naruto on Toonami, and I think if we get more money in the anime industry, we could see longer anime and better quality anime. And yeah, so the moral of all this is that you should go to crunchyroll.com/LeeTSimba for 30 days off your first month. Come on, press the link. There is no link. There should be a link. Crunchyroll, cut the check. Thanks for watching.